Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm John, this is Many True Nerd, and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas No-Kill Run. So, today I'm planning to basically clear out all the Outer Vegas communities. I'm just going to kind of complete all the quests in a ring around Outer Vegas in general. Here's something I don't know why. I'm allowed to loot this ammo box, but not this ammo box. The ammo box has, okay, some energy cells, some microfusion cells. So I can have energy cells and microfusion. I can't have flamer fuel. Okay, for some reason I'm allowed to take energy ammo, but definitely not the other type of ammo. No. Let's not be crazy. So let's positively start off with a quest that I can't do. 3-card bounty. I consider this a little bit unethical, but I'm gonna prove my point here. I'm gonna show you how you can do most of this. So this is 3-card bounty where you are basically you're asked to take out 3 fiends. First up, tell him you want to go for Drive and Nephi. So having asked to go after Drive and Nephi, you need to go and find Lieutenant Gorobets, who is the head of like the snipers locally. Just have a quick word with him. Tell him you want his help and he'll agree to line up his snipers and you'll act as the bait. So, Gorobets and his entire team will now run out towards the rock crushing plant, which is a little bit south of here. So I will meet you there. Personally, I consider what I'm about to do completely not in the spirit of a no-kill run, but I want to show you how it can be done. I won't be kind of like going to an earlier save, so technically this didn't happen or anything. I'm going to allow this to stand, but yeah, this is kind of dubious as to whether this really ought to be done in a no-kill run, because in this particular case, I am not, I've said all along, I will not allow people, if I have told someone to go somewhere, then I am kind of morally accountable for what they're doing, whereas if they just happened to be going there anyway and I just went with them, then it wasn't my responsibility anymore. So in this particular case, these people would not have gone to the rock crushing plant unless I told them to. But equally, Gorobets did say that they wanted to square things up with Drive and Nephi anyway, and the NCR is actually going after Drive and Nephi anyway, so would they have done this eventually anyway? I don't know. This is really no worse than luring the Legion into range of Milo's line of fire, which I did at one point. Oh, I think they just ran over a mine. Excellent. Hold on, guys. Oh, I think we've just crippled. I think Gorobets is crippled. Oh dear. So they now take up positions around here. Now, they're officially here for Drive and Nephi. And Drive and Nephi is over in that ruin over there. So now you literally just run over to this area and just fire. A whole bunch of people are not happy about this. That's fine. We don't really mind about them. Some of them have got laser rifles and stuff, but not going to do much damage to me. Combat armor will easily soak that up, and now they just run over. And Drive and Nephi is already in trouble. Drive and Nephi is down, I think. Yep, I'm pretty sure Drive and Nephi just went down. There we are, Drive and Nephi. And Drive and Nephi's head in good condition. Another reason why this is not particularly in character, you have to tear off his head. Completing the other bounties is basically done through the same principle. You just need to lure them into something that will kill them. The only problem is I've never completed 3-card bounty in a no-kill run, and it's entirely because of Cook, because I cannot find a way to make to lure Cook into something that can kill him. The easiest way to deal with Cook is to kill his prized cow, which makes him frenzy, and then like 80% of his health will be taken out by his own followers as they attack him once he starts it. But it's kind of hard. Yeah, I also can't find a way to lure his cow into something else. So that's not really an option in a no-kill run either. And other than that, unfortunately, the area which they will wander to is quite small, so it's quite difficult. There may be a way of doing it in terms of a random spawn of NCR that they can be lured into, but honestly I think Cook could actually take any random NCR patrol really easily, so I don't know if it's possible. The only bit that's really possible and really easy in 3-card bounty is Drive and Nephi, but I have tried to lure Violet over, because she's only just round the corner. She's only around the corner, she's very close, but neither her nor even the dogs will actually pursue me as far as being in range of the NCR, so that's a shame. I love how that guy just kind of points at you as you come in, as if to say, yep, you're coming in right now. So, yep I am. While we're talking to Gorobets, actually, let's ask him about, there we go. Let's ask him about Betsy. Let's ask Lieutenant Gorobets about how Betsy's doing. So, Betsy, rather unpleasantly, was attacked and raped by Cook. So let's just go over to her and ask her to get medical treatment for her trauma.
The lieutenant's been talking to you, has...
So she doesn't want to, but with either medicine of 40 or speech of 60, you can talk her into it. Speech of 60 would get you slightly more experience, but I'm not going to do it because effectively I'm telling her she's a weak link, and that's really mean. So I'm going to go with medicine 40 because it seems like a much nicer option. So, she will agree. So we've headed into the main airport, and now let's go and speak to Colonel Shu, the main guy in the NCR locally. He should be in here. Here he is. So, I just tell him I'm here to help. So, let's start with making the Legion prisoner talk, because that's a good thing to get on with. And then ask him to let you help with looking into NCR leaked intelligence. If you have a low reputation with the NCR, he won't, but I'm pretty sure with high enough speech you can talk him into it, even if you have bad reputation, but NCR likes me, so he's totally fine with it. First things first, I'm going to head upstairs, and I'm going to help with the prisoner. So basically you're just agreeing to help Lieutenant Boyd interrogate this Legion person. This mission is very annoying because they do a really long back and forth with each other that you can't skip. So she's just going to tell him that basically she's going to say, I don't like you, and he's going to say, I don't like you either, and it goes on, but it goes on for about 2 minutes.
Come on in, he's all yours.
Finally. So Lieutenant Boyd lets you in here basically so that you can beat him, but actually don't. Just speak to him and you can use intelligence to trick him really easily. If you've got high enough speech, you can also do this, but I don't know how high your speech needs to be because it doesn't actually say. I don't know if it's a bug or if it's intentional. Actually, you know what? I'm going to be mean to him anyway. So I'm going to do the Legion because I think it's the funniest option. Basically, if you've got intelligence 8 or above, you can convince him that you're with the Legion, and eventually he just kind of reveals all sorts of state secrets really easily. So I'm with the Legion. Yeah, he thinks I'm just a mercenary. And then you've got all sorts of options. You can tell him that you can tell him that you're fearing Greeks who are bearing gifts. I'm going to go with that option because it's from Virgil's Aeneid, and I like Virgil's Aeneid. Yeah, Silas completely believes me. Caesar's laws are absolute. So in addition to treason, you're also a deserter.
No, that's not what I meant. Lieutenant,
oh dear. It's interesting that Silas even falls for this little ploy that I'm sent by the Legion to kill him when I'm a woman. Why? A woman agent of the Legion. So after that annoying little interruption, you get to continue the interrogation. I don't think it actually matters which option you go for, incidentally. You can go for any of them. So now I'm going to play good cop.
I haven't breathed a word about the officer we planted here.
Oh dear. And now just start, now having played the good cop, let's rub it in a bit. Oh, you gullible centurions.
This camp and everyone in it will burn.
Only in my kill everything run, Silus. Only in my kill everything run. So there we are. Boyd gives you some money, which is nice, and some loads of experience points too. That done, head downstairs and speak to Curtis, who is going to be the guy who you're going to start working with on figuring out who the mole that guy upstairs just mentioned to you is. So let's speak to Curtis.
Nice to meet you.
So Curtis will basically just tell you to go and speak to either Lieutenant Boyd or Contreras. Let's start with Boyd as she's closer. We'll get to Contreras in a minute. So have a chat with Boyd. Ask her if she's noticed anything suspicious. She's noticed, incidentally, a lot of suspicious things. So things are going missing and she blames Contreras. ask about break-ins, and she'll tell you that someone's sneaking into the control tower at night. So just ask her and she'll give you a key to access the control tower yourself. You can actually just break in by hacking a terminal. I think it's only easy level, but it's easy this way. And then also ask her that someone else is missing, and that's Corporal White. So she gives you plenty to get on with, and she also indicated that I ought to speak to Shu about Anders. So let's just have a quick word with him about Anders while I'm just kind of gathering all the quests in my journal. There you are, and you can also offer to go to Vault 3 and see if you can find Anders if you just speak to Colonel James Hugh here. There's also some NCR rep and some money for killing Motor Runner and bringing his unique helmet back to James Hugh here. Obviously, I won't be doing that in this run, but yeah, you can get some NCR rep and money, but it's actually not that much money. It's not really even that worth doing, to be honest. So, all of those quests collected, let's head into the concourse. Speak to this woman for one extra unmarked quest. Basically, her husband's body is laid out, having been taken by fiends, and your job is to get it back. So just tell her you'll recover her husband's body, and we will get on that too. Yeah, there's loads of quests inside Camp McCarran, don't worry too much about it. So, let's just open Colonel White's locker and have a look inside. Colonel White's journal. And all Colonel White's journal says is something about water. So we'll come to that in time, but it's not really, it's not important to this exact moment in time. So for now, let's just push on and have a quick word with Contreras. Here's the supposedly very mysterious Contreras. One other thing to note, he does have a Sunset Sarsaparilla Star bottle cap. If you're collecting those, he does have that in his inventory, so always pick that up if you're collecting them. Other than that, I'm just going to pick up some Super Stim packs because I need those. He's also got Ultra Jet. I never use Ultra Jet, but you know, if you happen to need it, there it is. Now, Contreras is, as you may have probably detected there, a little bit dodgy. So, just head upstairs to his living area. There's a computer right there. So, just download the weapon manifest. Very, very easy, and basically all it says is, yep, Boyd is getting too suspicious. So basically we've got proof that he's selling weapons on to the gun runners. So you could go back to Boyd right now and turn in Contreras for what he's done. It's not the most efficient way of doing things. This area is slightly annoying because there's a lot of loading screens in it, so I try and do it in an efficient way. So for now, I'm heading outside and I'm going to go and check out the control tower. So this is the control tower in question, which someone has been mysteriously going into late at night. So let's just, all you do now is you wait here until about, try at 1 AM, 1 AM, 2 AM typically works. So it's 1:45 at the moment, and I'm just going to sneak my way over here. I was going to sneak my way over there. It was too slow and boring, so I decided to just start running instead.
This is Frumentarius Picus. Over.
Go ahead, Picus.
Afternoon patrol enters fiend territory.
Oh my goodness, it was Curtis. Bum 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 bum. So, he's planted a bomb on the monorail. Now we just run back to the... So basically now we run over to the monorail. The monorail is just upstairs. It's just around the corner from Lieutenant Boyd's office. So now just run there. This double door here will take you back into the main concourse, which is pretty much where you want to be. So yeah, the monorail platform is just around the corner right here. I'm loving the music that's on right now. It's kind of, you know, very relaxed, chilled music. I feel like something a little bit more dramatic ought to be on. I tell you what, I'm in the edit, I'm going to add more dramatic music to this last section. Get to the monorail! Get in the monorail! And it's in here! Activate the vent, and with science of 45, extract the bomb and get off the monorail. You can do it with explosives of 35 or science of 45. I had the science of 45. If you're doing more of a killy run, then you may well have explosives of 35 by now. While we're passing by, Boyd, Contreras.
You're back.
So now hand over your evidence of Contreras. Got a little reputation upgrade too. So, and I've also got this machine, which is Contreras's gun. His kind of major gun. So that's useful. That's always nice. So I'll sell that later. It's a really good hunting rifle, actually. If you're doing a normal run of New Vegas, it's like one of the main... It's the hunting rifle you're really going to want to use. It's a fantastic gun. Now, speak to James Hugh. Tell him he will not be having problems with intelligence leaks anymore. It was Curtis, and I can prove he tried to blow up the monorail. Don't go and confront Curtis yourself, by the way, because he'll turn hostile and you may have to kill him. So, in this particular case, now, if you just turn it into the Colonel, he'll try and arrest Curtis, but Curtis won't allow himself to be arrested, and he'll be killed in the shootout. But that's not your fault, that's up to the NCR and Curtis. And I'm level 12. Okay, get science up a fair bit at the moment. Getting science up a fair few points is pretty important at this exact moment in time. And let's just get speech up to 72. And one more thing that we need to do here. We need to turn in that invoice that Anne McLafferty gave us. Actually, I have an invoice for you for Alice McLafferty. Of course, Anne McLafferty. I'm sorry about that. You mentioned Vault 22. I might be willing to help. And on our way out, just quickly turn in driving a fine.
I guess we can send first recon down to Camp Forlorn Hope.
Camp Forlorn Hope's fine. I've already solved that problem. Oh, never mind. So, that's pretty much all we can do in Camp McCarran, just for the moment. There's a few other things that we can do, but we will come to those while we're doing other quests. Actually, some of them, I need to do other things first. So, let's actually head on outwards and move on to another community. So, actually, while we're passing by, let's just go and do North Vegas, because North Vegas can be dealt with really, really easily. I'm always really surprised, actually. When I was discussing doing this run with a few people, a couple of them weren't even aware that North Vegas existed. It seems to be an area that a lot of people just completely miss, 'cause it's just a little bit out the way. So, yeah.
Can I help you with something, stranger?
Well, just let me solve all your problems for you, really. So, he doesn't immediately accept your help, you actually have to talk him into it. So, yeah, just with speech 45 or Barter 35, you can do either. So, I'm going to go speech 45. So, mysteriously, even though the patch of land he mines over, North Vegas Square, is basically there to there, and here are the people he wants run off, he can't do it himself. He needs you to go and do it for him. So, okay. So, let's speak to the squatter. Squatter Bill. Cranon says you're not allowed to stay here.
Oh, really? And how you gonna make us?
With my speech. Speech 45. There we go. North Vegas is so easy and quick to do. There's not even that much here. So, he now sends you down into the sewers. And there is a manhole cover that you can use to get down to the sewers right here. So yeah, there's not much going on in the sewers really. It's actually a pretty boring. It's a pretty boring situation to be in really. Not much goes on down here. It can be used as a shortcut to get into a couple of other communities. I think you can get into Westside through the sewers if you really want, but I don't know. I don't think there's much point, to be honest. There we are. I think we found our greasers. Ah, Greaser Johnny. Always just look for the one who has a name. Speech 65 will take care of him. Basically, as far as I can tell, Crandon's principle for maintaining a safe town is asking anyone he doesn't like to leave, which isn't great, really, but never mind. So, now I have to go and deal with Mrs. Hostetler, who is over on the other side of Vegas. She's on the east side. The closest fast travel point you'll most likely have activated at this point is New Vegas Medical Clinic or Crimson Caravan. Don't worry too much about, walking there. It's a really safe area of Outer Vegas. There's, almost nothing here. The worst that will possibly happen is you might run into a golden gecko. So, here we are. It's this house right here.
What are you doing here? Get out before I blow your head off.
Crandon said you had a problem. I take care of problems, but in a peaceful way. So, she'll just tell you to go and basically go and spy on her daughter. So, that's lovely, isn't it? Oh, she's doing it again. She's using the invisible computer again. Oh well. So rather frustratingly, yeah, you get sent from North Vegas straight down to her house, and she tells you to go straight back to North Vegas. It's one of those really frustrating quests where, yeah, you are literally just told to basically go somewhere and then go straight back to where you started. Which is a shame. I wish there were less quests like that. There's not a huge number, but they do kind of, they do slow down New Vegas a bit. So, just ask Jules about Alice Hostetler. So, And conveniently, the building that I need to look for is literally just around the corner. I'm looking for Alice and Andy, please.
Don't even try to snoop around or I'll fucking kill you right here, right now.
Speech 70, and you can, you can lie and tell them that Mrs. Hostetler has a shotgun. So he will then run out of the way. And with him gone, you can easily lockpick Andy's room. And there we are, right here in Andy's room, a message. Oh dear. The note also strongly implies that, very unfortunately, it would seem that they are only that Andy might actually be only pretending to like Alice in order to get the very large amount of money that the Hostelers have. Oh, it's Andy himself. So, let's be totally honest with him, because that's the right thing to do. I know about your plans for Alice. I love how his entire plan revolves around stealing money off this girl, and he's totally fine with me just wandering off, even when I've specifically said to him, hey, by the way, my next move is to go and tell her about your plan, and I have a letter in my possession that will prove you that you're just using her. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. So your next objective is just to head straight back to Mrs. Hostetler. While you're passing by the New Vegas Medical Clinic, though, do pop inside. Remember, you've got the thing with Betsy to deal with, so go and have a word with her about getting psychological treatment. No, Corporal Betsy will be coming to you for treatment. And you get some experience, some karma, and the quest is completing.
Back off. I know how to use this gun, and I'm not afraid to shoot if you try anything.
And also, I've got really dramatic lighting under me right now, so you know I'm serious. Speech of 70 can talk her down nice and easily. So, just tell her Alice and is just using you to get the money. Look at this note I found in his room.
Why did they change? Why can't they see my pain?
Oh no, she's a teenage emo. They care for you in their own way.
My father, a trading business that he'll never own, risking his neck every day against wastelanders and cutthroat merchants.
And he's having an affair. If I had speech 75, I might be able to get a slightly better resolution.
Well, I guess I don't deserve any better, huh?
No, I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy with that. We're doing this better. We're doing this better. Okay, good. I've just reloaded from my last autosave. I'm going to pop a meeting people, because I want to resolve this. I want to resolve everything properly. And I've actually got a load of meeting people. I've got 4. So yeah, there we go. Speech up 20. And now, speech 75. Only you can answer that.
It's all me, isn't it? The pain, the anger, my joy. All of that's just me.
That is how internal emotions work, yes. I think I might have just accidentally talked her into leaving home, but never mind. I forget. Never mind. So let's have a chat with Mrs. Hostetler, having resolved that as well as we can.
I suppose you're right. Please, accept half of our reserve.
Oh dear. And I am going to say I don't need it, you keep it. There we are, and that pushes us into level 12 already. So, someone to watch over me, and level 12. Yeah, let's get science up to 80 so that I can programmers digest my way to 100 if I have to. Level 12. I'm going to take Life Giver for plus 30 hit points. I'll finish off Toughness soon. I'm not too sure which is better for you. I suspect Toughness is slightly better for you, but equally, the number of things where, given I've got pretty good quality combat armor at the moment, the number of instances where Toughness will make the difference between my damage threshold being above or below what's being thrown at me, I doubt it's going to make too much of a difference. So, that's actually the entirety of North Vegas done right there. There is literally nothing else to North Vegas Square. That is the entirety of it. So here's where we want it to be, the Aerotech Office Park. This is, just to let you know where I am. It is here. There's like the farm. So we're on the east side of Vegas at the moment. Alice Hostetler just caught up with us. Wait, I think I might have a message for you from your own mother. There are a couple of suites around the outside of the Aerotech office park. I think you basically never go into because there's just no reason to. So, is she here?
The NCR took back Nelson. Maybe they can win this war after all.
Well, okay, she lives here now. Oh dear. Someone died. Well, there we are, Alice. Enjoy your new home. This building where there are just corpses locked in rooms. Start with the NCR bloke wandering around the centre. He'll point you in the right directions. So, he's asked you to do two things. The first is go and speak to some low-life hustler who lives in this building over here. So let's go and do that first. So, gambling's not my scene. Maybe you could talk me over something medicinal. And meanwhile, speech of 60. Just ask him what his trick is. Marked cards. I love how he keeps asking if you want to play Caravan after he's admitted that it's a rigged game and he's using marked cards. So, he's now going to go and arrest Keith, and you can go with him. Yep, if you run into the back of characters, you can make them walk a bit faster. Generally, it's just useful for speeding things up, but I'm trying to think if there's actually a time in the game where it's useful in terms of arranging characters in particular orders. There may well be a couple of instances, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. So, he'll go and have a word with, Keith. Assuming he can get his way past the NPCs.
Why don't you go cry to your wife then? Oh, that's right. She left your worthless stinking ass.
You son of a bitch!
Hello? Not my fault. Not my fault. Totally not my fault. He was already in the process of arresting this guy. It already would have escalated like that. Not my fault.
I always warned him not to push my button.
Oh, you warned him that you were a psychopath, so it's okay to kill him. My character didn't know that was about to happen, which makes this okay. One more thing you can pick up here. The Aerotech tent that was on the right just as you entered. There's a guy in here who you want to speak to. Frank Weathers. He will tell you to go and deal with his family who are down in Cottonwood Cove, and we can go and deal with that later. Don't need to deal with it just this second. The more important thing that we got was we were told about some missing people, and that we might want to start speaking to a few people in Westside, and that is the final community that we want to clear out today. So the easiest way to get to Westside is to just head back to New Vegas Square and head on your way that way. So you just head along the north here. Doing this also brings you up along one other, alongside one other thing that you do kind of want to pass by. All you really want is this hut right here that you're going to walk straight past. Here are the Winds, possibly some of the best characters in the entirety of New Vegas.
I'm Sammy and
The
Pauline.
Wasteland's most dangerous criminal duo with fantastic hats. Oh dear, who are you?
We ain't never heard of you either, so the not being impressed is mutual.
It's a great line.
That guns are shot at the big time.
Oh, I see what you did there. So, just a speech of 55 will tell you it's a great... You can just tell it it's a great plan.
Really? You think so? We've only got the one gun and there's two of us.
Really? I'm holding like 4 right now and I'm not even killing things. So yeah, get the gun off Sammy. Pauline says to give me the gun.
Really? Oh, thank God. I love that woman, but I swear this time she was gonna get us killed. The gun's in the safe.
And that's it. That's literally that entire plot arc just over. I love it. It's amazing. And Vance's 9mm submachine gun is... It's okay. It's not like actually that much better than most guns, than most 9mm to be honest. It's like a little bit better, but it's not hugely better. So yeah. Also, washing machine. You don't see many of those in Nevada. It's one of the rarer little props. So I like the fact there's a washing machine there. So yes, here's the Westside West entrance. So just head into Westside. So yeah, here we are. Here's the chap you need to speak to. Can't remember his name now. Is it James St. Clair? I think it's James St. Clair. St. James, sorry. St. James. Some people have gone missing. They were last seen with you.
I don't know a thing about no missing refugees from that Aerotech camp. Go cry to somebody else.
Biggest cliche in the world. I didn't mention Aerotech yet. You could not act more guilty if you wanted to. Poor Pretty Sarah. Pretty Sarah is the person who runs the brothel upstairs. It's never stated overtly in the game at any point, but if you speak to her and ask her if you can sleep with her, she'll basically shut the idea down really quickly. And she's got burns on her face she won't talk about. So, given what we know about what happened to Corporal Betsy, I think, and given that Pretty Sarah lives in Westside, which is just north of where the Fiends are, I think we have to actually assume that, unfortunately, Pretty Sarah was another victim of being raped by Cook, which is very tragic. Here we are in Dermot's apartment, which has conveniently just been left open. Take Dermot's ledger. Dermot's ledger, to be clear, makes it really clear that he's been selling people to the Fiends. Also, that's not how you spell untied. There we are. Open up the door. I didn't realise this for ages. This took me a long time to figure out. When you break into St. James's apartment, the thing that you want is you want to take the teddy bear. The teddy bear is the evidence that you want. So, you can confront Dermot and St. James with the evidence you've gathered, but all they do is attack you, and I don't want to get into a fight. So, I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm just going to head straight back to Aerotech Park. So, let's go. I'm going to go out the other way just to trigger the fast travel location. So, we're heading out the north side. Oh, wait, no, south side. No, this must be the south gate. Sorry, got confused there for a minute. So, that's the south entrance, and just before we head back to the Aerotech Park, I'm also just going to swing down into the Thorn. The Thorn, I won't actually be taking part in any of the gambling or the fights, because if I were to lay money on a fight that then occurred, I'd feel like I might in some way be morally responsible for the fact that that fight happened at all. So we won't be doing that, we will just be going to visit Red Lucy. And the reason is because she gives you a quest. A quest that involves you very regularly going down this slightly windy, dark area, in many cases of which doesn't have barriers, and if you fall down, I think actually they go hostile to you. I'm pretty sure they that at sometimes people go hostile to you if you interrupt the fight by falling down. Okay, so if you ask her how you can help the Thorn, she will basically ask you to bring her egg clusters and things like that. So, this begins a new quest, Bleed Me Dry. Basically, the easiest way to complete this is, for each thing that she wants, she'll give you a location where you can just get the things that you need really easily. So in this case, there'll be a clutch of mantis eggs that you can just collect in one go at Vault 22. And we'll be going to Vault 22 very, very soon indeed. So that kind of works out very nicely for us. So here we are back in Aerotech, and now you just speak to Parker, the same guy as gave you the quest, to turn it in. Given this is a guy who just shot a person who insulted him and dealt some drugs, I kind of really am scared what he's going to do to someone who sold children into slavery. So, I've just quickly fast travelled up to the New Vegas Medical Clinic because Crimson Caravan is what is the final community I just want to clear out. But first, I'm just going to nip into the clinic and get myself another implant because all the custom weapons I've been getting as rewards I've been selling, so I've got loads of money again. So, back to Alice McLafferty. And say you've delivered the invoice.
Well, you've proven it.
Why, yes, I would be interested in more jobs. So Alice McLafferty has given me 3 jobs to take care of. 2 of them we can do this instant, 1 of them we will be covering later. So we're back at the Mojave Outpost. I haven't been here for a while. And this is why in an early episode we had to kind of go slightly out of our way to remove the ants, do the Can You Find It in Your Heart, and lured the ants into the rad scorpions. Because if that's not done, you can't get Cass to join you, because Cass is not allowed to leave the outpost until she's got the approval to do so from the NCR, and they won't grant it until the roads are safe. So I've just come into the wrong building. So, let's have a word with Cass.
Looking for trouble?
No, Crimson Caravan sent me.
They want to buy Cassidy caravans?
So she's a bit surprised because it was burnt to ash, so yeah. Yeah, her caravan was hit. She won't sell because of her stubborn pride. And there's an offer letter. Look, loads of money. Fortunately, you can very easily talk her into it. Speech 75. You can tell her she's responsible for finishing it up. So there you are. She'll sign with speech 75. So there we are. We've picked up our first companion. So straight away, she wants to jump straight into the loyalty mission, and that's fine. We can do that really quickly now. So let's do that as well. So we've got Cass with us. Remember the rules. Cass is not allowed to kill anyone either. Cass has to obey the rules. So best place to start for Cass is to go to the Grub and Gulp. Is it called Grub and Gulp? Those stores on the road to Vegas, and head in this direction from there. You should not run into any problems if you just head in this direction. There are some fiends like way over there, but they should hopefully not see you. So yeah, there's some slightly mysterious circumstances. It looks like they've been hit by energy weapons. So Cass basically thinks she wants to investigate some other caravan sites because she's suspicious. So the first place that she wants you to go is just up the road from Westside, so just head to the Westside West entrance and you can walk straight up the road from there. There are a couple of problems around here, so for example, in that direction there's fiends, and sometimes in that direction there's nasty wildlife, so just be careful. You should be fine. I think you can actually just run straight there and no one will aggro. The closest you're going to come to enemies is going to be that sometimes there are fiends pretty close to that building right there. But hopefully this shouldn't be a problem. So she wants to do some investigating in the thing, may as well do that. But she immediately finds a map that leads her to another place, so we can just go straight there. So, yeah, no problem so far. Cass has not caused any problems for us. And luckily it's somewhere we've already been. It's the caravan site where I picked up my combat armor. So we've already been there, so we can fast travel straight to it. A person marked as a Van Graff thug, hey? I'm hoping she finds what she's looking for really soon.
They were behind burning these caravans, and they've...
Oh my goodness. Crimson Caravan and the Van Graffs. There's another way. Let's get evidence. Okay, so now you've convinced her to let you do this in a kind of a subtle, sneaky way, and better, the whole thing has been done without any sort of aggro whatsoever. So now the safest thing you can do is send her home. She goes back to the Mojave outpost, and the reason you want to do that is just because there can be problems. I think she will start shooting in certain circumstances, just like Boone will always shoot at the Legion, even if you're not currently don't currently have a problem with them. I'm pretty sure she actually said to me that she would start shooting if she saw either of them in their camp, which means that she will not be a good bet to sneak into the Crimson Caravan camp. So let's just do the one bit of the quest that we can do right now, which is go and look for evidence within Crimson Caravan, which I think is easy to do because I'm pretty sure it's in a safe we've already cracked open. It's just magically appeared now. So just go into the office, just literally hide behind the safe, and the safe will provide cover for you to open it. There we go. Got a document out of there. There's one more thing we need to do in the outer Vegas area, and that's the other thing that Alice McLafferty asked us to do, which was to break into the Gun Runners headquarters and steal some schematics. Now, given what we've learned since about what the Crimson Caravan is like and what it's done, you know, I think we'd all be completely, I think it would be completely fair to say, actually, we should refuse to do this. And instantly you can. You can still complete that quest. You can just go up to her and say, I don't do that sort of thing, and she will be totally fine with it. I'm going to do it here to show you how it can be done. Easiest way is simply to use a stealth boy. Just use a stealth boy, it makes it super easy. Most people would recommend, like, do this at night. Don't have to. If you've got a stealth boy, just do it in the day. Most people would probably recommend turning off your very loud radio while you're trying to do some sabotage too, but, you know, whatever. So there we are. Just download that, head straight back out. You know, just like, obviously with a stealth boy, they didn't see me, you can just go straight in. At night, you can do this without stealth boy, just wait for the guard to be out of position, and then everyone will be down out of the way in the bedroom, so you can literally just creep straight up there and just download it. There'll be no one in the lab at night, so that's super easy to do. So that is pretty much the entirety of Outer Vegas communities cleared out. There will be a few little bits and pieces to finish off, stuff we need to do inside Freeside and the Strip, and that is what we are going to get up to next episode. Next time on Fallout New Vegas No Kill Run, we're going to clear out Freeside, and we're going to do the Strip as well, most likely, or at least some of it. Freeside and the Strip can always take quite a while, so we'll see how long those actually those happen to take us. I do apologise if this episode's been a little bit all over the place. When you're kind of trying to just run around small communities like North Vegas and the Aerotech Park and Westside, it can be a little bit hard to kind of come up with a way that that makes a lot of sense. Sometimes it's really difficult to find a kind of a really easy, nice, flowing way. So apologies if this has been kind of a little bit chopping and changing. I will try and edit this as smoothly as I can to make it a little bit better. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I think it's been kind of I think this will be quite a long part actually. We'll see. Maybe I'll even cut it into 2. Who knows? I think this has been I think this will be quite a long part. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you enjoyed listening. So I've been John. This has been Many True Nerd, and this has been Fallout New Vegas No Kill. Next time, the community of Freeside and the Strip. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Okay. I admit, there is something that I never thought I would say in a game commentary that wasn't for Saints Row. For the last time, no! Where's he going now? Oh no. Oh, he's got a sledgehammer. He's got a sledgehammer now. Do you happen to know where I could find a sex bot, my good man?